Get into the next story. We're still on Ghana, and the government of Grenada is moving to recruit Ghanaian nurses and allied health professionals to help address a critical health worker shortage within the Caribbean island nation. This announcement came during the inaugural Ghana-Grenada political consultation held in Accra, led by Grenada's Prime Minister Dickon Mitchell on a 3-day state visit. Grenada's Foreign Affairs Minister Joseph Andal declared the urgent need, noting the country spends heavily training nurses only to lose them to countries offering better pay. Ghana's Foreign Affairs Minister Samuel Okujato Ablakwa welcomed the initiative. He emphasized its alignment with Ghana's Work Abroad program and noted that the Memorandum of Understanding will provide a framework for structured cooperation in health. Now, the consultation also covered broader cooperation areas like education, trade, investment, climate change, as part of strengthening Ghana-Grenada ties. Doc, did you see the story over the weekend?
Yeah, I did.
So before we came on air, one of our colleagues was asking me, generally, so she was asking me, we already have a problem with posting nurses in Ghana. Grenada is reporting that they train nurses and then other countries take them away as a result of better pay. The other countries give them better pay. So what is the guarantee that the people or the nurses who are going to be moved from Ghana to Grenada will have a better pay than what they were earning or what they were going to be earning in Ghana? You get what I'm trying to say? Because if you lose your nurses in Grenada because other countries give them better pay, what is the guarantee that when nurses from Ghana go to Grenada, they will get a good pay?
You know, this is where you know that people are just tired of your country. You are just tired of your country. You see,
it's like
it is better. It is better you live here and go somewhere else than to be here. You know, people have been saying this. You know, it's very disturbing when people say, "I'd rather tread the Mediterranean and risk it all at the Spanish border than to stay here and be impoverished in poverty." These are very, very painful statements made by professionally trained nurses. We are talking about nurses who are trained to offer their services to a country. Let's start from this point of the matter. Why train if you can't absorb? Why train if you can't utilize? The political landscape of Ghana, it's just, I don't know how to explain, but it's unfortunate the way we do things in this country. Very unfortunate. You know, when you train these professional nurses, they have to be absorbed. Where? In medical facilities. We already have existing facilities which are choked. They can't absorb any further. So what do? We create new ones. New ones have been created, yet they have been abandoned. I'm trying to paint you a systems designed right for you to appreciate. Why have they been abandoned? Because the government who started the project couldn't complete. The government who couldn't complete is no more. The new government, incumbent government, will not complete it because it wasn't my agenda. And if I complete it, it's a news to the benefits of that previous government. So what happens to the nurses? What happens to the nurses? And they will be there. When you complete the nursing and midwifery school, you have to wait some ridiculous amount of years.
Some have waited for more than 5 years.
Before you get put. See, are we really understanding the matter in this case? Ridiculous amount of years they wait just to get posted. And even the posting, if you finish this year, you will join a chain of your predecessors who are still waiting in line to complete. So let's say 2023 batch, as at now, may still be waiting for posting.
As a matter of fact, I understand batches from 2019.
Can you imagine this? This is the challenge we are facing. Yet when the Minister of Health is addressing, these things are not mentioned. They don't mention these things. No, Phil, the nurses in this country, as they always say, they are not owned by any political party or any regime. If one regime trained 1,000 nurses, they are for the country. So why do we treat these people as if they are? If you've completed under one regime, you belong to the regime. Recently, look at what's happening. The banter between the Ministry of Health and the Minister of Health.
Yeah.
That, well, these were nurses who were trained by the previous government. And therefore, that is his responsibility. And the Labour Minister, Honorable Pelpo, said, that is how come they flooded the space. But healthcare is important. What is the meaning of? So when you begin to access conspiracy, we destroy the whole purpose. And everything we will do, both critical, essential, is hinged on politics. With that premise, we will not go anywhere. There we have it. So let me just bring in the Grenada effect.
Yeah.
So Grenada now comes in and says, well, in my country, my nurses are running away. because they are poorly remunerated.
Yeah.
I like the sincerity of the Prime Minister.
It is what it is. You can't run away from the truth.
For making that clear, well, in my country, due to poor remuneration, my health professionals don't find Grenada attractive to practice. So they travel. And I actually wanted the president to say, me too, in my country, I have a similar issue. I don't know if His Excellency John Mahama also said that to him. Because we know, and the records say, the amount of Ghanaian trainers who have traveled to Canada and other parts of the world,
the UK, the US,
off an MOU, are record high.
Yeah.
For the past 5 years. So we also have a similar challenge, Mr. President, in our country, which I also expect that he also, I also have the same issue. So we are both in the same boat, that we are managing issues. However, there's nothing wrong in trying to build consensus for solutions. In 2019, the government of Ghana and the Cuban government signed an MOU. The Cuban government, Cuba, known worldwide for the production of health workers. I mean, that is, so Cuba has made their mark globally. They produce health professionals.
Yeah.
That is their strongest export. They signed, well, we're also going to train 220 health professionals from your country. We will do our best to train them on your behalf so that they can also acquire the skills we have and become top experts too. And Cuba, since Cuba is a hub for medical excellence, that MOU was a very productive one.
Yeah.
So many students were channeled to go to Cuba and practice and learn more and come back. It is a way to enhance our quality. What is the benefit? So we always say, what is the economic value? What is the economic value of this bilateral agreement between Grenada and Ghana? Is it just to rekindle diaspora ties, that since they are also a diaspora nation in the Caribbean, we should go ahead and do it with them, because besides, we all have a common, I would say, cultural ancestry underpinning. Or we are doing it based on economic value, that when I export my nurses to your country, they stand a chance to get better conditions of service.
Yeah.
Or maybe because it's in the Caribbean, they have economic value will be higher than ours. Because, well, if somebody is in Canada and says, well, Canadians are not paid very well in the health profession, so I leave Canada and go to USA, the story is not the same between Ghana and USA.
Yeah.
What you call undervalue is actually top value for me in Ghana.
Yeah.
So maybe it may be economic wise, Grenada is doing well than Ghana, but I don't think that's the case.
I also don't think so.
Yes, Grenada will not be doing more than Ghana does. We may have the same GDP, per capita income.
Yeah.
Ours is $200, so $250, so it can't be more than that. So we should not be, I would say, so excited about this that Grenada accepts or choose to accept us, whilst they have a high turnover or a high, I would say, high rate of their professionals leaving the country to practice in other countries because of formal remuneration. That we are also going to fill the gap. Are we trying to widen the cycle of impoverished living for our professionals? If we say, then go, because you're even too much in our country.
Yeah.
So let's push you go to Grenada and go and continue. It's same experience, different environment. Is that what's happening here? So I think that it should be backed by good value. Our health professionals deserve better remuneration, better services, and better living. It shouldn't be, I would say, it shouldn't be a burden or a curse for someone to end up in that profession. It seems to be today, the narrative is looking like if you end up in that profession, it's a war on yourself because you are going to engage in so much picketing, demonstrations for benefits you deserve but you will not get.
Yeah.
And Phil, for my last comment on this one, our health professionals, the future of health workers in Ghana doesn't look too good, because they say that what happens today or in the morning is what we use to tell what can happen in the evening.
Yeah.
It doesn't look too well. You agree? The lump sum of health workers waiting to be posted, and even the ones who are posted too are picketing or not paid. Recently it was junior doctors.
Yeah.
Recently it was a whole association saying they want to drop their equipment and go and sleep at home.
Yeah.
All because of benefits that they deserve and are not getting. Is that the reason why our political class are less enthused to utilize and patronize our own indigenous and local health systems and prefer to fly out overseas for healthcare, which is becoming a practice, a culture? I don't know if it's part of the bonus when you win, when you become president in Ghana. It is part of your bonus that you should fly to this country for healthcare, to US or to UK. Why can't we? You are making the people think that it's because of the poor investments you make in your health systems in your country. You look down on it and you appreciate foreign ones. Why don't you make or strengthen your own local health systems and patronize? Who should patronize that one and you travel out? Have we thought about it before?
That's a good question.
Yes. Because see how our leaders are suffering, always demonstrating. You know that if the Minister of Health today is to fall sick and goes to a local hospital, will he have peace? Will he have peace? No, you see. So we are sowing something that we know we will reap. But the political class will always not be there to feel that pain. When you go to the hospital and then the nurse is heavily on their TikTok, they earn on TikTok through TikTok Live.
Yeah.
Because their normal streams of income have been truncated.
Yeah. That's true.
Yet we are harsh on them and say they are heartless. Have you felt the plight of a nurse before? We should think right as Ghana.
I agree with you on this. I just want to look at it from another angle where I think in the interim it just solves a problem for a short term. But we need to look at the long term, because that's where your first question comes in. If you don't have the means to absorb, why are you training? Because if you have batches as far back as 2019 who have not been posted, year in, year out, people still come in and then we are graduating them every year. There's an intake of students. If you don't have the ability to absorb, why are you still training? And the truth also is that the system here is not so great, such that we will say that we don't have the shortage of nurses. We have shortage of nurses, even though we are producing them. And the reason we have shortage is because we are unable to pay them. So you can't absorb them into the working force.
Yeah.
So when you get them in there, how are they going to be paid? It makes sense to me that, okay, if as a result of that, we can't pay them and there are others still waiting to be posted, let's send them to Grenada where they can make a living. But then again, is that the...
So the word is a living, and I want to add from there. Is that sustainable living?
That was just the end I was coming to. How sustainable is it?
We have been inspired and charged by the UN. We are always proud to stand up on the UN stage and give very enchanting speeches.
Yeah.
Yet we fail to honor and work with the tenets of the UN. Sustainable development. How sustainable is our production and I would say livelihood of our nurses and health systems? Sustainability, where does it lie?
That's always been the challenge when it comes to policies in Africa. Sustainability. Like, it always feels like we are handling an interim thing. Like for a short term, we're able to handle. But when it comes to sustainability of these things, there's always a problem.
So what is the future of these nurses? The ones who are waiting to be posted, the ones who are out and are waiting for their benefits, the ones who are practicing now and are still not feeling and looking good because of their benefits being truncated. This is a whole chain, a hydra head, a wicked problem. I refer this to this, I borrowed this from Professor Atuama. A wicked problem. Problems that hard to solve.
The problem is already...
It's a wicked problem. It's a problem.
Anyway, I can't wait to see what will happen with the first batch of people or nurses who go to Grenada. I just can't wait to see what their reports will be and what they will say if the living in Grenada and whatever they are earning is better than whatever they are going to be receiving or they would have been receiving in Ghana.